Welcome back, everybody, to another Redstone Corner. LordChaoticWolf here, and today I have something actually pretty cool for you guys. You can see it right in back there. This came from a need in my 114 survival world, 114.2. We were digging a desert perimeter for a creeper farm, and I came up with this little bad boy here. First off, I will not claim that I came up with the design for that those TNT dupers. There are a lot of people out there that know a lot more about this than me, so I am sure by now somebody has come up with one of those. But I just took one that I knew how to make and reworked it so it could be one wide, and I could put two of them together so we could make some two-way TNT dupers for our perimeter maker. Now, having said that, and then this. So if you should leave that like and subscribe if you haven't to keep up to date already. Also, down in the description are the links for everything I have. Twitter, Discord, Facebook, Patreon, and upcoming soon enough, we will start having merch. Yay, merch! Oh, fly. Alright, enough about that. Let's take a look at this, shall we? So, first things first, what I have here is just a command to clear ground items, so I could actually do some filming of that as it was running. Simple. Oh, that right there activates it. So it's just simple at kill AE type equals item, and that will just clear ground items. So like, toss that sign, bam, it's gone. Another important thing you want to remember: build this 15 blocks above your area that you want to dig down to bedrock, and remember to even out the ground first. The entire area, at least just even it out. Right here, we only did a 4x4 chunk perimeter. So let's go take a look at this, huh? This whole nest right here is just how we lock and unlock the perimeter maker, or I guess as a whole it's a perimeter maker. This back wiring is just to keep these stationary. And we have our returning stations right there, and these are the sending stations. They're exactly the same thing, to be honest, and it really isn't much to do these. They're really simple, real easy, and I will even show you a good way to get the rail and minecart on there at the same time without updating the TNT to set it off. You are going to need, a couple stacks of blocks. Oh. That's bad. Anyways, we'll just let that go. Over here in this chest is everything you will need to build one duper. Now, you will have to multiply this depending on how many dupers you want to do, and you need to space them 6 blocks apart. So it would be start your duper, piston there, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place the other one. And if you do that in a grid, you will cover down to bedrock, and it will look like this, except, your bedrock will be more chunkier because this is a flat world. So in here, you need 10 slime blocks, 2 mine carts, also 2 detector rails, 2 sticky pistons, 2 dead coral fans of any kind, 2 walls, doesn't matter, doesn't have to be prismarine, 2 blocks of TNT, 2 iron trap doors, 2 redstone repeaters, 4 observers, 6 redstone dust, a handful of blocks, whatever kind of blocks you want to use. Then, depending on how many of these you do, up to a stack or a stack and a half of obsidian. I do not suggest making this thing bigger than 250 by 250, using these to make a 250 by 250 perimeter. You run the risk of maybe unloading or not loading all of it. And then also you are going to need around, let's see, you're going to need 1 redstone block for every duper, but that goes into the wiring up top. So you'll probably want a stack of redstone blocks just to be safe. Alright, so I'm only going to show you how to build one duper, or I'll build up a couple and easily show you how to tie them together and to build the returning station and how to do all that. Alright, probably should clarify that when I said a handful of blocks, I meant a few stacks of blocks or scaffolding. Either one will work. You're going to need to be able to move around in some weird spots sometimes, depending on how many of these you put next to each other. So I have 3 pistons here already placed, sticky pistons, and make sure that they are placed 6 blocks apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Then you're going to take your slime blocks, place 1 there, 3 underneath of it, and then 1 down. Place a wall on the end of that one. Underneath this slime block, you place your TNT, then your dead coral fan. It has to be a dead coral fan. And it has to be the one that looks like that when you place it on the side of the block. And then on the side here, you're going to place a block. Another one on that side. Come out 2. Place an observer facing out on the end with a sticky piston. Place down your rail. Minecart, it has to be a detector rail. And then put a block in front of the observer, and it will spit it out over the TNT without updating it. And there's 1/2 of it. Now make sure you put obsidian blocks in front and in back on the walls as you're building these, so in case you update something, it doesn't go flying off or blow itself up. Then you're going to come on to the right side of it if you're facing it. Place a sticky piston there and just repeat the process. Down, 1 there with a wall. Then your TNT, dead coral. And then place your little block guides here. I suggest using slime blocks for a lot of these if you can, or dirt since it's easier to break. And then your observer facing out and sticky piston again. Place down a detector rail with another minecart, block, and then break. And then on top, after you place your obsidian on this wall, you're going to place 2 tent blocks, 1 on either piston. Coming down a little bit, you're going to place 2 observers facing up against those tent blocks so that they are powering those slime blocks underneath. And there you go. So why don't you go ahead and copy it over if you're building this as we go. If not, I'm going to build up those 2 real quick, and when we come back, we will tie it all together. Now, you should have something that looks like this, depending on how many you did. Now, you want to come around to your backside. Your backside should always be the one closest to you. So if you're on this side, it would be this one. You are going to place a block on the wall. I suggest you probably do that first. And then you're going to take an observer, face it into that observer. Put a repeater coming out of it on 4 ticks, a block into the back of it, above and on top of that observer. Then place dust on all 3 blocks above it. Place a redstone block into the dust and back, powering it. And then place your iron trapdoor on the front like so. So I'll go ahead and do it again with this one. Observer, repeater on 4 ticks, 2 iron blocks on top, 1 coming out of the back of the repeater, redstone block, and 3 dust. Then put a trapdoor against the block. So next thing you want to do is place a line of blocks starting 2 blocks behind the redstone blocks. So start at one end, go back 3, and then make your line down, breaking those. Then you're going to take more sticky pistons and place them against the block in front of the redstone block, like so. And then you're going to pick one end where you're going to start this, and we're going to use instant wire. So come out 2 more, place a block down with a sticky piston and a redstone block. Place another block 3 blocks in front of the redstone block. place a sticky piston against that. Now, before you go any further, place a solid block against the back of that piston and put a lever on it, and that will be your on and off switch for launching them. Then you take some redstone dust on top of this block, count out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and depending on how long you make this, if you get to 15, you just simply place a block. Again, you repeat this pattern. Place a block with a sticky piston on top, redstone block, and then another block, 3 spaces in front, sticky piston there, and continue on with more redstone dust. This is called instant wire. So when you turn it on, oh, sorry, I forgot, right here, you're going to have to place a block and bring a piece of dust down. There may be spots, depending on how many of these you do, that you have to do that, but that's fine. This is instant wire. Now, to do the sending stations, you're going to need to align these blocks properly. So, wherever you're going to, however big you're going to make this, on the other side, you want to make sure you evenly match up this obsidian. And then to build your return station, you're going to go place 2 blocks in front, place an observer facing out, break the block under it, a redstone repeater on 4 ticks behind it, block up, block on top, and a block on top there, with 3 dust and a iron trap door against it. See, I said it was the same thing as that, except this one just gets powered on and off so you can turn your maker on and off. And that's it. You just do it for the rest of them. An easy way to do the sending stations is once you've built all your dupers up, you come out and count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then you would come over here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, I think I messed that up. Yep, sorry, it'll be 7. If you space them 6 apart, like I said, the returning stations will be 6 apart. 7 apart, sorry. It's the way the dupers, how they sit, they're 2x2. Can get confusing sometimes, but just double, triple, quadruple check everything. You know, that's just a good suggestion to do, because one wrong move and the whole thing will go boom, and then you will cry. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys use this. This is a really simple, easy way to set up a perimeter maker. Just follow the instructions I've laid out and everything will be okay. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.